Now, it will be 8 weeks before Derek Chauvin will be sentenced after he was found guilty on all charges for the murder of George Floyd. WVUA 23's Jabaree Prewitt sat down with retired Judge John England to get his reaction and see what we can expect to come out of this case next.
Well, Tamika, now that this trial is over, the big question, what would Derek Chauvin's sentence be? I sat down with retired Tuscaloosa Circuit Court Judge John England to see what we can expect in this next phase. Judge John England, currently a University of Alabama criminal law professor, served on the bench for 28 years as Tuscaloosa Circuit Court judge. He said the outcome in the Derek Chauvin murder trial didn't surprise him.
The same thing that I've said 27 years on the bench. And that, quite frankly, is that we have the best system of justice in the world. It is not perfect. And our system worked today.
Chauvin, a former Minneapolis police officer, was convicted Tuesday on all charges for the murder of George Floyd back in 2020. After nearly 3 weeks of testimony and 10 hours of jury deliberations, Judge England...
That did not surprise me at all, the length of time. I thought it was a reasonable length of time.
England grew up in Birmingham. He said this case takes him back to the 16th Street Baptist Church bombing in 1963. That bombing killed 4 little black girls on a Sunday morning.
It took until the 70s and then ultimately even further than that in order to hold the individuals who committed such a horrible crime responsible. So that I know that our system of justice is not perfect. But what I know is that if we keep working with it, we will continue to ensure justice.
Judge England says he's certain Chauvin's attorney will file an appeal with the Minnesota Appellate Court to overturn the verdict. But England said the system works.
You know, we have come a long way from those days when it took 20 years for there to be a prosecution of Medgar Evers, who was killed in front of his house, or Vernon Damer, whose house was burned because he was involved in civil rights work. And, you know, we had a list of individuals, some of whom no charges were made, some of whom charges were made and no convictions. And so all we can do is hope that we continue to make the best use and improve our system of justice.
Now, Chauvin could get up to 40 years in prison, but the judge will decide if that sentence will be lengthier. Now, Chauvin will be sentenced in 8 weeks. Reporting from Tuscaloosa, Jabaree Prewitt, WVUA 23 News.